All right, so we're live. Today's conversation topic is work and jobs. So I'm gonna write 3 words on the board and see if you can tell me the difference between these 3 words. So work, job, and career. You've probably heard all these before, right? So can you tell me what do you think is the difference between them?
Career is your own choices. You're gonna,
Yeah.
you're gonna do with your own choices. Work is it's like being someone's worker, like that, and job is job and work is like synonym, but
Yeah.
there's a little difference.
Okay, we have 2 people on live stream. So right now, hello everyone. Right now we're talking about the topic work and jobs. So I put 3 things on the board and try to think of the differences between these 3 words: work, job, and career. So I don't know if you can see it. All right, so yeah, you're right about that. So career is like your personal choices and like your progression over time, right? So you get one job and then you maybe move up and you keep going up, or you get a different job. It's like your overall life working experience. And then job, it's just like a noun, like my job, or it's a job, or I have a job. And then work can also be like the same as job, but also work can be like a place that you go, like I'm going to work, or a verb like to work, I'm working. But you can say job and work are like the same, like except you can't say like I have a work. It doesn't work.
I have a job.
Yeah, I have a job. So okay. All right, so I'm gonna write the next question on the board. All right, so if you could have any job in the world, like what would it be?
To have my own business.
So to own your own business. All right, I can't spell it right, but okay. What about you guys? What is your dream job? If you could have one job, what would you choose? So you want to own your own business. What kind of business would you like to own?
Well, actually, it doesn't matter, but um, mostly I would like to have a business that is most rated, most people need.
So something that's useful for people.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an idea about what kind?
Actually, I had an idea, but other people just used it, and I think that
Really?
that worked for me.
I see. Javidan said he wants to be CEO of his company, like his own company.
Okay.
And then Rustem said politician.
That is a politician.
All right. So why do you want to be CEO and why do you want to be a politician? Just say one sentence about why.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's your dream job?
My dream job? Um, that's a hard one. Maybe like someone who can travel around the world and just. Oh, I know. You know the people who make travel books? They like go around and they make a book about traveling.
They take a note.
Yeah, and they take notes.
Yes.
Yeah, I would do that. So the person who can make travel books. Hello, Ismail joined us too. So Ismail, what is your dream job? Today we're talking about work and jobs. So what job would be in your dreams? All right, so now to the next question. Okay, so I have a question. In Azerbaijan, what is the age when people start working usually? Like the age when you start to work.
That age.
Yeah.
I guess it's 18.
So people usually start working at 18?
Yeah, because lower the 18, you can't work.
So it's not allowed?
No, it's not allowed.
Interesting. Why is it? Oh, okay, so Rusam said he wants to be politician because he wants to increase the welfare of our population. All right, that's a great reason. All right, so why can't you work before 18 in Azerbaijan? Is there a reason, or is it just a law?
It's not just a law. The police that know that boss is working and 16 or 17 years old, well, he will arrest him.
I see. Okay, so it's a little bit different in the United States. I think the working age is 14. But if you're 14, you can only work a little bit. You can't work a lot.
Yeah.
And then when you turn 16, then you can work as much as you want.
In America, they pay for hour.
They do what?
They pay for hour. Oh.
For home?
For hour. 1 hour.
Oh yeah. It depends on the job, but most jobs pay for like by hour.
Yeah, I like that job.
Yeah. So in America, you can have a job that's like usually your first job will maybe be like $8 for 1 hour. It depends. All right, so and then in Azerbaijan, what age do people retire? So do you know the word retire?
I don't know about it, but I think it's 60 years old.
60?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I guess.
So is it like requirement?
Yes.
A law that you have to retire when you turn a certain age?
Yeah.
Okay.
In different jobs, you can retire when you want.
Mm-hmm.
Like when you're in military, you can retire when you want.
I see.
It depends on your choice.
I see. In the U.S., usually there's no law that says you have to retire at a certain age, but people generally retire around like 60 or 70. It depends what they want. It's like a personal choice. All right, so what about you guys? Have you ever had a job before? Like, have you ever worked somewhere before? What about anyone in the chat? Have you ever had a job before? And if you did, what was your job? So I can tell you, I've had a couple jobs before. I did lifeguard. You know lifeguard? It's someone who watches a pool, and if someone's drowning, you help save them. So I did that. That was my first job when I was like 16. I did this job, and it's really boring. And then my second job, I worked at a restaurant, Like I helped him. No, I just cleaned. So
Okay.
I cleaned like tables and stuff. And then third job, I managed like this like skate arena,
Yeah.
like for skating. I like managed it, and I like the cashier and also like and like just like everything. And fourth job is here teaching. But this isn't really a job, it's like volunteer, but still. Alright, so let's see. Javidan had a job, he was selling candy. Nice. Was it like a street vendor, or did you sell candy from a store? Okay, so Rustam has a job. He said he's been working there for 3 years and he's tired of it. He doesn't like it, and he only does it because it has a high salary. Oh, nice. Okay, Javidan was a street vendor selling candy on the street. That's cool. And Rustam's job is in merchandising and a merchandiser. That's interesting. That sounds like a good job, but I've never had any experience with that.
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
What do you think that most young people in Azerbaijan should work at? Which job they should work?
Like for your first job?
Yes.
Like not like a career job, but just like a rent, like I don't know, maybe like at a restaurant or a store. It maybe as a waiter or like fast food restaurant or something like that. Or at a store like Magaza.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I've never worked here, so I don't know what it's like. What do you think? What do you think would be a good first job for an Azerbaijani person who's like younger, like 18 years old?
Actually, on my opinion, I like work that it pays an hour for hour.
Yeah.
And I think I should work. My first job would be at McDonald's.
Okay.
It pays for hour.
Yeah. Same in America. It pays per hour at McDonald's.
Different jobs they don't pay for an hour. They pay for months.
Yeah. So it's like monthly salary.
Yeah.
So so it's like this. So I'll put 2 words on the board so you guys can understand how we say this in American English. So there's 2 words, wage and salary. Do you know the difference between?
Salary is that it's like being monthly,
Yeah. So salary is like your payment, like you get every month or every year. It depends on the job. You get your payment, and it doesn't matter about how many hours you work, right?
Yeah.
But wage is like the pay you get per hour.
Yeah.
So if you work like for 1 hour, you get like a wage. So wage is per hour. So maybe the wage of McDonald's is I don't know like 5 manat per hour or something. I don't know.
It's like 7 months and 10 cents.
Mm. Yeah, so that would be a wage. So if you work at McDonald's, you get 7 manat and 10 gabi per hour. But it's not a salary.
Yeah.
Because it depends on how many hours you work. But maybe like the manager gets a salary. I don't know. So salary would be like,
mostly.
let's say like 400 manat per month.
Yeah.
300. Okay. So that's the difference between wage and salary. All right, so I don't know in Azerbaijan if you have this, but there's something in the U.S. called overtime.
It's like staying much time than you usually do.
Yeah. So it's usually for wage jobs, right?
Yeah.
So for a wage job, you usually have a work schedule, like you work from 9 to 5 or something like that, right? So 9 to 5, and that's eight hours. So this means you get paid like for 8 hours of work 9 to 5. But if you have to stay extra, for some reason, it's called overtime.
Actually, we have some things like that
Mhm.
over time, I guess.
And sometimes in the U.S., if they make you work overtime, then you get paid like a little bit extra than before. Mhm. So, but it depends on the job. Every job is different. And then I'll share another thing in the U.S. that we have that I don't know if you have it here. So in the U.S., how we say there's two different types of jobs: part-time jobs and full-time jobs. So do you know the difference?
Part-time is, I guess, like learning the job. You go practice something.
And what do you think full-time would be?
Full-time, it will be that you know what job it is, and you know information about it, and you start to work. Like that, I guess.
Okay, it's a good guess, but actually, so in the U.S., a part-time job means you work less than 40 hours per week.
Oh.
So if you have a job and you work less than 40 hours, then it's, by the law, it's considered a part-time job. And then if you work at one job more than 40 hours per week, it's called full-time job. So there's like some different benefits you can get if you work full-time versus part-time.
Yeah.
Like full-time job, you might have like more health benefits or something like that. Part-time job, you won't. Yeah. So it's just some interesting thing in the U.S. that we have. I don't know. Is there anything like this in Azerbaijan?
I don't think so, but I guess we have it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
We actually have like for the beginners of the work, they go and practice there,
Uh-huh.
and they get paid for. I mean, this job pays 400 manat for months, but you go practice learning about it, and they pay you 200 manat.
Okay.
Learning.
So that in English you can call that training.
Yeah.
So training, it's when you first get a new job and you have like training. It depends on the job. Some jobs maybe just like one day. Like if you work at McDonald's, probably just like one day, right? But if you work at like, I don't know, something more like complex, you might need like a few weeks or something of training. So that's how you can say it in English, just training or like training time before the job. In America, some jobs, when you have training, they don't pay for your training. They only pay you after you finish training. But other jobs pay you, so it depends on the job. So in Azerbaijan, do they always pay you for training?
I don't know about all jobs, but most jobs pay for you.
Like normal jobs?
Yeah, normal jobs I get paid for you when you train.
Yeah, so And I'll put one more word on. I think you probably already know this word. Unemployed.
Never heard about
So what do you think it means, unemployed?
employed.
Or first, actually, do you know what the word employed means?
Yes, employment, I heard that one, but
So what do you think employed means, or employment?
I don't have any thoughts about it.
So employed means, basically just means you have a job.
Yeah.
So employment is like having a job. Employed means you have a job. Unemployed would mean you don't have a job. So like you can see in the news, like unemployment rates are rising. It means like more people are losing their jobs. So those are some terms we use in the U.S. So in the U.S., sometimes the government will help people who are unemployed, but they're looking for a job and they can't find it. Like maybe they'll give them some like tax benefit or something for like 1 year. In Azerbaijan, is there anything like that?
We hadn't got that before, but when the quarantine started,
Uh-huh.
the unemployment people were earns 200 manat per month.
Oh, okay.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
But normally, I guess we don't. Unemployment people don't earn.
Hmm. Yeah. So same in the U.S. When the quarantine started, the government gave like a payment to people who were unemployed, stuff like that. All right. So the next topic is benefits.
It's like earnings.
So every job has benefits, right?
Yeah.
So the main benefit is like your earnings or your pay, right?
Yeah.
So earnings, pay, so this would be wage or salary. But sometimes jobs have like other benefits.
Yeah. It
So
depends on job.
yeah, so can you think of like what like other benefits that a job could have?
Working at market will pay you like 300 and 400 manat,
Uh,
but working on example, working at restaurant will pay you like 400, 500.
yeah, true.
It actually depends on the work after.
Mhm.
And,
Yeah. Okay, so in the chat we have some. All right, so Rustam says that one problem in Azerbaijan is when you work extra hours, they don't pay you,
they don't pay you.
but in the EU they pay for extra hours. And then Javidan said another benefit you can have is health insurance. So maybe some jobs will give you health insurance,
Yeah.
like government jobs or something like that. Same in the US, like government jobs give health insurance, or also like if you're in the military or the army, you can have health insurance. Um, some other benefits. So these are like official benefits, but you can also have like unofficial benefits. Like maybe you live close to your work, so you don't have to drive very far. Live close. Also, travel opportunities. So maybe sometimes for your job you can travel and see like new places.
Yeah, but
Some people might like it, some people might not like it.
Yeah.
Also, another one could be overtime. So some people might like overtime, some people might not. Like, if you want to work more and earn more money, then you would want overtime. But
if it pays me then extra when I work part-time, then I would like it. But
yeah,
it doesn't pay me, why am I working for
yeah,
overtime?
So it could be a benefit or not. Also, another thing that could be a benefit is this. Flexible hours. So basically, like you can choose when you want to work or when you don't want to work. Oh, also retirement benefits. So like retirement benefits, like Azerbaijan, like Takaochu, a retired person, Takaochu. Yeah, so like retirement benefits.
Yeah.
Like maybe a company or something will pay you if you work there for a long time but you retired.
Actually, most people say pensia.
Pensia. Okay, yeah, that's what it is. Like pension.
Yeah.
Also, okay, yeah. Some jobs have food and communal payment benefits.
Yes.
So what is that? I don't know exactly.
It's like the company or something else. They will pay for your food, for your communal benefits.
Like while you're at work?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
We come from America to here, and
Yeah.
the Azerbaijan government will pay for your bills, you know,
I see.
for your house, for your food, for your communal bills, like that.
Okay. Yeah, I guess some places in America have that too, but not everything. All right, so let's see, do I have any more? Okay, and then one other unofficial benefit that depends on the job is if you have like a good boss or good coworkers, right?
Yeah.
So good boss, good coworkers. So maybe if you have a really boring job, it might be better if you have like good people that you work with. Or you could have a good job, but you don't like it because of the people you work with. So what do you guys think? What, like, if you could choose three, okay, so of course, earnings and pay, you already have this, but other than this, if you could choose three benefits, what would it be? Like official or unofficial?
I will choose retirement payment and
Okay.
health insecures.
Health insurance?
Yes. And for food communication.
Food?
Yeah.
Alright, nice. So is there any benefits that you wouldn't want?
I wouldn't want overtime.
Alright.
It doesn't pay me an extra. Others I would like that.
Alright,
Doesn't
nice.
matter.
So the three most important for you would be health insurance, like retirement or pension, and communal and food. Alright, not bad. That's nice. Alright, so for me, I think I would do health insurance.
Travel.
Hmm.
You like to travel?
Health insurance, pension, retirement,
Good.
and I guess travel. Yeah, that would be nice. Maybe not like for my whole life, but maybe like when I'm still young or something like that. So what about you guys in the stream? What if you could choose benefits for your job? What are the best ones? All right, so All right, so Javidan says health and retirement benefits. Okay, so the next discussion topic I have is, I'm not gonna write it, I'll just say, which job do you think you would be the best at? Like, so you haven't had like a job yet, but which one do you think you would be like the best at?
I guess I would be a good worker at being chef.
As being a chef?
Yes.
All right.
I like cooking.
Okay, cool. So cooking is your hobby. So if you were a chef, you could do your hobby like all the time.
And do it for school, sport. I mean, we cook at sport.
Okay, so like an athlete or a sportsman.
Sportsman.
All right. All right, what about you guys on the stream? What job do you think you would be the best at? For me, I think I might be good at being a diplomat, like in a government, like someone who works at an embassy, you know?
Yeah.
Like diplomat.
Yeah.
What else? Maybe a tour guide.
Oh, a good one.
All right, let's see. Javidan would be good at. Okay, so being a 3D creator and making animations. All right, so like computer, what it was?
Program.
Yeah, like computer programmer or like someone who makes games and stuff like that. And then, okay, Rustam said for his benefits, he wants holidays, like time off.
Yeah.
I forgot to write that. Time off is a good benefit too. Okay, so the next question is, what job would you never want to do?
Actually, I don't want to be someone's worker, you know.
Okay.
They will piss me off, you know.
Okay, so you want to be your own boss?
Yes.
Okay, so you don't want to be
Someone's worker.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
What about you guys?
What about you? Which work don't you want to be?
Don't I want to be? I don't want to be someone who's always like has to give like public speeches or something like that. But I'm trying to think like what specific job. I don't want to be like a news person. How do you say it? News anchor, like someone who talks always on TV.
Ah, okay. News speaker.
Yeah, news speaker. Also, I don't want to be like a janitor, like someone who cleans like bathrooms and stuff. So Javidan would not want to be an actor. Same with me. I would not want to be an actor. What about you? Would you want to be an actor?
Yeah, I would like to be.
What about a news speaker?
No, I don't know.
What about janitor? I don't think anyone wants to be.
Yes.
All right, so Rustam says the best job would be being a CEO because you can be independent and you don't have to obey someone. So CEO is best job. Will you agree with that? Yeah. CEO or business owner? Okay. So, all right. So the next thing, it's like a situation. So let's say you're the boss, right? And you need a new worker for your company. And yeah. And so there's two people that send an application, and you're going to give them an interview. So one person has lots of experience, like in the same job that you want him to do. So experience, but he doesn't have any, like, no education. So he doesn't have like college degree or anything like that. The second person is
don't have experience, but
he has no experience, but he has like diplomas,
Yes.
and it's the same like field that you want the job for.
Actually, I will choose the experience one because nowadays diplomas don't have any.
Not much meaning.
Yes, not much meaning.
All right, and Javidan agrees with you. He says the first one, experience.
Yes.
So, yeah, I think I would agree too. I would choose experience over someone with a diploma.
Yeah.
Because if someone has experience, then you already know like they can do the job. But just because you have a diploma, it doesn't mean you can actually do it, right?
Yes.
So I think Elon Musk.
Yes.
He's the same way. He chooses
Yes.
experience over education.
I'm gonna say about it.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have the diplomas, but he's owned the Tesla.
Yeah.
His workers don't have this. His workers are from the university, the most known now.
Like Harvard
Yes,
University?
Harvard University.
Mhm.
His workers is from the Harvard University.
Oh yeah. Okay. Also, so enthusiasm and experience. Yeah. So for me, even if someone had Harvard University diploma, but they don't have any experience, I would still choose someone with experience.
Because they know what to do.
Yeah. And also, I don't know in other countries, but in America, universities, like, you don't have to like work so hard to finish university. I mean, it's still a lot of work, but you can still get your diploma even if you don't have very good grades, right? So it's more important to show that you can actually like do something than it is to like have a paper. Right? But still, diploma is still important, like good to have. If you have both experience and diploma, that's like the best. And Rustam says, an experienced person is welcome everywhere. Yeah, that's true. All right, so this is the next thing I'm going to talk about. So, do you know what the word merit means?
Well, I know the connection.
So yeah, connections. Like what is connections?
Like,
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look at it. So you can have like connections, like you know a lot of people,
Yeah.
or maybe your family, like your father or your mother knows a lot of people, so they know who you are, like connections. And then merit is like it's like what you've accomplished yourself. Like it doesn't matter like about you knowing somebody. Like you worked really hard and you earned your diploma, or you earned like certifications, or you like earned like experience or something like that. So merit is like based on your own hard work without like worrying about like other people. So there's like different jobs. They might hire you because of your merit or your connections, right?
Yeah.
So if if you were like a boss or a CEO,
Yes.
would you rather hire someone because of their merit or their connections?
It's like I'm gonna choose this person because I know I'm friends with his father, for example.
Yeah. So you'll choose so if you're friends with like his father,
Yeah.
you'll choose him just because like you want to.
He has experience or something.
You don't know if he has experience or not. You just choose him because you're friends with his father.
Uh,
Or you choose someone that you never heard of them before, you don't know anything about
I know
them,
that he has
except that
experience.
they have good qualifications, good experience.
I would choose marriage.
Merit?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Because I don't know if my friend's son is good at something or has an experience, but
Yeah,
I know
yeah.
that married one has a diploma and experience, self-work, hard worker. I would choose married, no doubt.
Yeah. Me too. I would agree. I would choose merit also. But sometimes there's jobs where like if you know somebody, you can get the job. But if you don't know anyone,
You
then
know,
you don't have a chance.
it's it's like that in Azerbaijan too. If you have connection, you will have a work. But
Yeah.
most work like that, you know. If you know someone, if you have connection with him,
Mhm.
you get the job, you know.
Yeah.
Most bosses don't look that he has the experience or
Yeah.
just hire this guy because he had connection with him.
Yeah, I see. Okay, so let's see. Javidan said he would choose merit also. Yeah, so in America, I think it's like a mix of both.
Yeah.
So if you have connections, it makes it easier for you to like find a job, but at the same time, you also need to like have some qualifications too.
Yeah.
But if you don't have so many qualifications, you just have a little bit, but you still have good connections, then it's also good. So I think it depends on the job. Um, and in our government, in the U.S. government, they try to make it so that it's not about connections so much. But every government, there's always some corruption and stuff. So it depends on like what the job is. All right, so let's see the next topic. Okay, so Rusam said explain merit. So merit is like your own qualifications and your own hard work. It's like what you did for your own accomplishments. Um, it's like what all the stuff that you can put on your CV. Okay. Okay. This is a good question. Would you prefer if you have to work extra time? Would you prefer to get paid in money or time off?
I would, I would rather to get paid because
All right. So let's say like you work for 8 hours in a day, and your boss tells you you need to stay for 4 extra hours. But you have a choice. You can either get paid 4 extra hours and get like a little bit extra, or you can get a day off the next day.
I would rather to have money.
All right, so you choose money.
Yes.
All right, I might choose. I don't know. I think it depends, but I might choose time off the next day. Just like chill at home or something. Javidan would choose extra money. All right. Well, I don't know. If I needed the money, I would choose the money. Or if I don't want to sit at home. All right. So next question: would you rather have a job that's like inside or outside?
So, work in cold place or
Yeah.
outside?
Yeah. So would you rather work inside, like we're inside right now?
Yeah.
Like, would you rather work all day inside of the place, or would you rather have a job that you go like outside and do things?
I would like to do inside.
Inside?
Yeah.
What about you guys? Would you rather have a job that's always inside or one where you go outside? So outside would be like, I don't know, like construction worker or like a driver or something like that. Inside job is like, I don't know, teacher, doctor.
And the most works are inside.
Yeah. For me, I think it would be nice to have a job where it's both, like a mix of both. Let's see. Javidan said both, and Ismail said outside. All right, nice. All right, so the next one, would you rather? So let's say you have a really hard job, all right, and it's really, really stressful, but it's only like a physical job or a mental job. So a physical job is like, you're always like lifting things, or like mental job is
It's like working your body and mental
Yeah.
is like your head, getting your head.
Yeah. So physical, like, and it's stressful. So let's say they make you like, you have to build something and you don't have enough time, but you have to like work fast.
Yeah.
Mental job, you have like a project you have to complete on a computer, and you don't have any time for a break. You always have to be like thinking. So what would you choose if it was stressful?
So good one. And the hard one.
Javidan said mental. Ismail said mental.
I think I would have mental too.
Mental?
Yeah. Because physical is gonna feel hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I think. For me, it's hard. I might choose physical, because if I do a physical job that's really hard, then at least every night I'll sleep really good. But if it's mental and it's hard, then every night I'll be awake because I'm stressed out thinking about it.
You can have some painkillers for that mental.
Yeah, but I don't want that. Ismail said, in physical we can hurt ourselves. Yeah, that's also true. All right, so the last question I have is, would you rather have a really fun job? So a fun job, like it's a really enjoyable job, but you have to stay in the same place for like the rest of your life. So like, let's say, I don't know, you find a really good job here in Baku, but you can't ever like go anywhere else. You have to stay here the whole time. Or would you rather have a boring job, but you get to travel like all around the world?
Like, I'm gonna travel every day or something else?
Not like every day, but it's like comfortable for you. Like you can like travel and you get to see like a lot of cool places.
I would say that if I'm gonna stay at where I travel, for example, I travel to Germany
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna stay there for 5 days or 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stay at there. I will choose the traveling job.
Okay.
But I'm gonna travel to Germany and at
Yeah,
the night
yeah.
I'm gonna come back. I will choose the fun job.
Okay. Yeah, I think I don't know. I might choose the job where I can travel, even if the job is boring. I'd still like to travel around.
Yeah.
And Ismail chooses the joyful one. All right, so that's about everything today. Do you have any last minute like comments or questions? All right, and does anyone in the chat, do you have anything else you want to say before I end it? I'll wait a minute and see if you type anything. All right, okay, guys, thank you for attending today, and I will let you know when the next conversation club will be. All right, so have a good day, and I'll see you next time.
We're gonna have a conversation.